Hey everyone, this is Dr. Bagley. Thank you very much for joining me. Okay, so today is going to be part 2 of the video when it comes to how a man thinks. So, I'm not sure what the title is, but you'll see it right up there. Okay, so the reason I'm doing part 2 is because there were some questions about what is a woman's value. So today I want to talk specifically about a woman's position, but it will be in a man's point of view and how we think. Okay? I hope we're following, right? Okay. And again, if you do have any questions, please let me know. If it's personal, please DM me. Don't put that down below. Okay? All right, guys. The first thing I want you ladies to realize, and that is this: a relationship is like an egg. Yeah, EGG, an egg. When it comes to research, you have one side that would say it's good. It's absolutely good for you. You should eat 3 or 4 of them. But on the other side, you have research that says they're bad. Don't eat none of them, right? The question ultimately is which one is good, which one is bad. And here is the idea when it comes to a man. You don't know which one is good and which one is not good because you're not about you. You're about others. Let me give you an example. How many times have you been associated with your ladies and someone says, well, I'm with this kind of guy. He has this title. Or I'm with that doctor. Or I'm with this lawyer. Or I'm with that person because they're an entrepreneur. They're a business. My guy is doing this. My guy is doing that. It's competition. The first thing you need to realize, ladies, you're in competition, not with a man. You're in competition with each other. And how that is because of this. Let's assume, and I'm only assuming a number because it's different in every state and every country. Assuming there's 4 women to 1 guy. 4 women to 1 guy. Assuming that. If that is the case, you're not competing against that guy. You're competing against each other. And not only are you competing against each other, you're competing within that competitive nature. Capitalism. Commerce will say, girl, you need to wear this, or girl, you need that because your man likes this and a man likes that. Girl, you need to dress like this, look like this, smell like this. Because we know, as a commerce, we know what you need to be like, look like, and have all that for your man or for a man. And I have to say, as a man who is 53 years old, or 52, 52 years old, none of that matters. And the reason I say none of it matters is because of this, ladies. And we're all adults here. So when we slept with someone and you've been with somebody for a week or 2 weeks or whatever, if you've been with that person long enough, I know you woken up without makeup. I know you probably went to bed without makeup. I know you probably patched up your hair, however you see it. But I know your man seen you without your hair done. And I know he saw you with probably a t-shirt and whatever, and it was wrinkled all to hell. And I know that this man didn't say nothing, didn't ask you nothing, didn't complain about nothing. He just saw you, kissed you, and did what he did. And probably wants to do it again. And all of that, what you just brought to the table with your makeup, your hair, your nails, and your clothes, and all of that, has nothing to do with your man. It's you. So the first thing I want you to do is to realize, like an egg, is it good, is it bad, is that every man is good and bad. It's all about you. first stage, I should say, stage one is you have to present. Now, when I go into the stages, this is the idea that I want you guys to understand. We're presenting ourselves to a guy or gentleman, and I'm talking to single and or women who have a man. Just hold on while I go through the single part. So as a single woman, I want you to come empty. What does that mean? I want you to come with no titles, with no financial statements, nothing. I want you to simply come as you. Okay? Come empty. Why do I say this? When us guys get together, we do not look at the fact of what job do you have? How much money do you have? We men, we go through some stuff. We go through life, and it's hard for us to go through stuff from our school, from our jobs, to our relations with our family, and so on. We go through stuff, and sometimes we need to get with guys and we need to vent. Now, let me clarify that. I'm not talking about guys who are venting between 18 and 20 or 18 and 30. Those guys ain't venting. They want to have fun. I'm talking about from 30 to 55. Those guys, we want to just go out. We go hunting. We go fishing. We go just go out and drink a beer or two. We just going out. We going just to talk to men as men, right? Either I'm needing of help or I'm helping. And that extra stuff means nothing about nothing. So that's the mentality of a guy. He is all about helping or being helped. We don't care about each other's job. Okay? In saying that, if you want to get with a guy, you have to understand his mentality. His mentality is, I don't care about your job. I don't care about your money. It has its time and place, and we'll get into that in a second. It has its time and its place, but at this moment when you're introducing yourself to me and you want me to be attracted to you, I don't care. Don't care. No guy cares unless he wants to use you. If a guy asks you, how about, what do you work? What do you do? 9 out of 10 times, not all, 9 out of 10 times, he's planning on using you. A real man, having money or not having money, doesn't matter. He doesn't care about your profession nor your finances. He wants to know about you. Okay? So keep that note. That's a note. That's a nugget. Okay. First thing, come empty. Second thing, okay? Second thing we're going to do is I want you to understand the man's mentality. You're going to be classified either being used, a friend, or loved. Okay? Used, friend, or loved. Let me help you understand. If you do by any chance attract a man through that sexual path, good for you. Really good for you. And he just so happens to ask you, you know, that's a little risque. Do you mind putting on, covering up just a little bit? Do you mind? And you come back to him and say, no, this is how you found me. This is how I am. I dress for myself. I don't need you to tell me how to dress. You're going to be used. That's it. He's not going to tell you you're going to be, I'm telling you, he's saying, thinking, you're going to be used. He's planning already how to leave. You're done. The second type, the friend type, he's attracted to you. He likes you. There's something about you that he wants to be with you. But then all of a sudden in this position, he comes home and he's tired and he's just frustrated and he's lashing out. He's doing what he does because that's what we do. We lash out sometimes. And okay, when he does, he might say something like, woman, how come you didn't cook? See, that's a lashing out. How come you didn't cook? How come, where's the groceries? What's going on? I'm tired. Can't you see I've been working all day and all night and I'm tired? A friend would be, I'm tired too. I worked all day too. I done this too. I'm tired too. As soon as you say that, he's thinking, friend. Now, don't get me wrong. You're not a friend like us friends, guy friends. No, you're a friend with friends' benefits. And he's thinking according to how you got him, according to why he's there, according to what is he getting out of this relationship, right? According to all of those things, you put all that together, just realize there's no commitment to you. You're a friend because only a friend says, I'm tired too. And you being a woman, you're going to be a friend with benefits. This is also a bad thing, but it's what it is. My boy calls me up and says, I got this girl. I was like, cool. He said, I don't know about this girl. Something's wrong, but I want, just in case, if I call you, can you be there? I got you, Doc. No problem. I got you. We gonna help each other out. Use you. Because that's what we do. We boys. We think like that. We're soldiers. We're together. You're an outside coming in. And yes, you might, out of 100 guys, pick that one guy, my boy, which is fine. Pick my boy. I'm happy for my boy. But don't think you win. And those guys who are in the relationship with the woman, and yet she says, take me as I am, or I'm tired too. Cook for me, clean for me, because I'm tired too. He is using you, and he's getting out of it what he needs to get out of it at the time and the moment that what he needs to get out of it. But once he gets out of it, once it's established, once he's steady and stable, don't think doesn't tell us. Don't think that. And don't think we're not helping him with the plan of getting out. Because you're a friend. Just know that. A woman who will be loved, the very woman who will be loved, is the independent woman. But let me help you understand that type of independent woman. That independent woman is not independent against us guys. She's an independent woman, independent from each of you guys. You're in competition. She's independent because she doesn't listen to what you say. She's making up her own mind. She's not independent from her man. She's adapting to her man because her man has some standards. And she's adapting to that man. And that's what she does. She's adaptable. Okay, so in this being adaptable position, her girls might be jealous. And that's all it is. The girls might have envy. That's all that is too. The girls are going to be the girls hoping that you break up with him because he, after all, is a good man. And then when you two break up, don't think they ain't trying every single moment that they can get to your man. Period. So an independent woman is not a battle against the man. It's the battle against the women who are also in competing natures for that one man, your man, right? So that one man, you have to be independent from itself so you can go to your man and then adapt to him and he adapts to you and you two come together, which it'd be part number 3. Okay, give me a second. That independent woman can have her friends and have her co-workers and have her business and have her title and have her money. She can have all of that stuff that she needs to be with her friends. She can say, oh, my man's a garbage man, or my man is a doctor or a lawyer, or he's a secretary, or he is unemployed right now. That's an independent woman. She doesn't care about what her friends say because she thinks on her own, but she's still with her friends because she loves her friends. You guys been together for all these times and natures and whatever. From high school, college, and all that stuff. Fine, be friends. But an independent woman will tell their friends, I love you, but this is my man. Right? And when you come to the ideal of adapting, you have to understand you need to stop listening to people who don't know nothing about nothing when it comes to a man. Because to get a man, yes, you're going to have to adapt. It is no difference that if you and the man have a baby, you're going to have to adapt. And if you and the baby grows up, you're going to have to adapt. And the baby grows up and then have to go to college or go all the way through the whole dang relationship. You guys are adapting. Somebody might get sick. There's an adapting. Somebody has to move to another state. You're adapting. You're adapting. So to have and to say to your friends, I'm going to get with this man, and you adapt to that man and be separated or segregated from your friends for a short period of time to be independent, to adapt. That's what we want. That to us is an independent woman, a strong independent woman. Why? Because like I said in other videos, if I was to be deployed, I need a strong independent woman to take care of the house. What is that strong independence? It's not your damn job and it's not your money. It's the idea that you're not going to listen to those other chicken head girls, call your friends, and then stay into the house and keep the standard while I'm gone. And then when I come back, we can go back to and work this out. Everywhere along the steps that we have in life, there's always adapting to the environment at the time. An independent woman from the women is the type of independent woman that we are seeking. But it just seems like an American, European type thinking don't get that. All right, let's move on to stage 3. I'm going to use stage 3 in a tone of the military backing so you can have an analogy, an example of how I'm applying this, okay? Me and the boys, me and my guys, we needed to put on 60 pounds backpack, run, walk, do 12 miles in under 3 hours. I don't need a woman to walk by me, run with me, carry the weight. I don't need a woman for that. I can do that. Me and my boys, we got this. We're going to go do that. And when we were deployed, that's 120, 125 pound bag. That's about 25 to 30 miles. We got to unload it, go another 10, 15 miles, do the mission, come back, pick up, and then go to the LZ. If we can come back to pick up, we'll go to the LZ and then we come back and then go home. Okay? I don't need a woman to walk with me to do that. I'm not saying you can't. I'm saying I don't need a woman to do that. I need a woman to do this. Before I go on a mission, I need a woman to tell me my eyes and my ears of things that I may or may not know about. That person doesn't look good. That person something's wrong with that person. I don't know. I heard that this is going to happen to that. I don't think you should trust him, her, or them. I need a woman to say that this is the environment. She brings resources to the table in this position. If I say I think the family should have a bigger house because we're outgrowing it, and I think we should move into this neighborhood, the woman does the resources and she makes it happen before he actually goes and does that. She should say, we need a budget. This is our budget. If we can meet this budget, we can do all of what you said we can do. And that's what we need to do. And if you're the lead, you tell him this is what we need before he goes and do it. And so we need your resources. If you are a doctor, if you are an attorney, if you are a successful person and you do have money, that money then can be used for the mission of the family. The mission. But more importantly, it is you, the woman, who gives us the idea about that mission before we start and go out and start going to war. Okay? Everyone in the military knows who's at that level knows it is a woman that does the better negotiation. It is the woman who does the better spying. It's the woman who does better at all of those stuff to give us information before we get out there to do the stuff that we need to do. Right? Okay. And understanding that, that's the first thing you need, ladies, is your resources of who you are in your profession, in all of what you got. That can come in play if and only if you and him come together and you have a plan. And that plan needs to be established equally, meaning percentage-wise, not dollar-wise, percentage-wise. And then once you establish that plan, then all of what you have to come to the table, that comes in play, and that will take one level to the next level of not just you, but the whole family. Okay? Using the same analogy, let's talk about the part B. Using the same analogy, I'm out there going to war. Me and the guys, we're doing our thing. We're pumping it out, going to school, doing a job, becoming an entrepreneur, that kind of stuff. We're out there hard. If I told you out of my whole life that I want to commit suicide twice because of this thing I'm doing, I'm damaged. Every guy who is in school, every guy who's going through something like a job, a business, an entrepreneur, and I'm talking about 30 and up, guys. 30 and up, not 18 to 30. Just pray on them. But 30 and up, 30 and up, they're going through some things. So when they go through it and then they come home, you have to understand psychologically they're scarred. Physically they're scarred. Socially they're scarred. We need a nurturing woman to help us, care for us, so we can heal. So as we heal, we then can get the information that you give us. And then the next day we go out and do it again. It's all about the mission, ladies. If you are competing against us by doing the mission, and again, I'm not saying that this has anything to do with titles and positions at work and finances. I'm putting that aside. That's a different topic of a different time. I'm talking about if you're struggling to become something and your man is struggling to become something, and you guys are piggybacking and you guys are doing your thing, and he comes home and says, I'm tired, and you say, I'm tired, you're friends. But if he comes home, he says, I'm tired, and you're tired too, come to a conclusion and say, hey baby, how about we order some food? Hey baby, how about if I just go and get this? How about if you gotta take lead when it comes to the house. Take lead is just filling in the gap so he knows that you're caring about him, so when he comes home, he can relax and heal. Something very few men has within a woman. Very few. And in my whole entire life, I haven't had a woman to do that. So I'm saying this is why Proverbs 31 is so powerful, because very few women knows how to do that. Help a man before he goes out, and then when he comes back, help a man so he can heal. Okay? I'll give you an example of how it should work. When I was early in my years in the church, and I was assistant to the pastor, I had the mothers come to me all the time. I would say, mothers, this is what I want to do within the church. They would then say, listen, you need to talk to this person. You don't need to do that. I don't think that's going to be a good idea. Or if you do that, you should do it like this. It was those mothers in the church, Baptist faith guys. It was those mothers in the church who actually sat down and helped me plan it out before I did anything. So when I did something, the community saw what I did, but didn't realize what I did. It ultimately came from the mothers. And so in this context, I bring that story in to let you know some things. You can have a man, you can get a man from the 2 videos that I'm giving you. There is no question in my mind, you can get them and keep them. But if you lack somewhere in this position, just realize a man will say, for an example, go talk to the mothers and get that plan, get those resources, get that idea about that. He's not going to sleep with none of them. He just going to them to get the resources. They're all my friends. They're my friend list. We're going out. I need this information. He's getting the information. Okay? But then when he gets the information, the hard part and the missing part is I can get a secretary, or like, for example, I can get a secretary. I can call an elder, somebody. But when I come home in this empty house, there isn't a woman who can say, I will take care of you. So, in saying that, ladies, if you can understand in everything you do is competition, which I already know, I think you already know that there are good men who don't have titles, and there are good men who don't make a lot of money. There are good men out there, and they're lonely. And the older he is, the more damaged he is. Okay? And so when you come to him, if you don't want to be used, if you don't want to be put in the friend list, you need to go into him and you need to adapt yourself to him. When you adapt yourself to him, how do you adapt is number 3. You go out there and help him for the day-to-day activities, pump him up. Hey, you got a B, you can do an A, keep going, you got it. When he comes home, I got you, Doc. Let me give you some food. I'm not there, but I'm going to call an Uber and whatever. I'm going to deliver whatever the delivery thing is. I'm going to take care of you. Because he needs to heal. And the older he gets, it takes more time to heal. So be patient with him. And in this patience, as long as you're doing what you're doing, he may have other women, meaning he may have a woman to help him with this, a woman to help him with that, a woman to help him with this and the other. But if you can be that one woman to come by yourself, don't bring nothing to the table except caring, loving, adapt to him, take care of him before, take care of him after. Eventually, give it a little time. I guarantee you, he'll strip his whole thing down and just be with you. So, I'll close this by saying, these two videos, put them together. Take your lists that you have in your social media, in which we call the community. Take your list wherever you are in the community. I know you have at least 5 or 10 more guys after you. Take the two videos, apply it. If you slowly apply it, present yourself, position yourself, show yourself. You may be in friends, but you can easily get out of the friendship and be loved. You can be used, and you can get yourself out of being used. But it's all about step number 3 or stage 3. It's all about that. If you can do that, there is no man that I've ever heard of leave a woman who's done that, completely done that, without nagging. He will be there at the end. Plenty of relationships in YouTube and social media, 25, 30 years together, still together. Why? Because it's like the egg. It doesn't matter if it's good for you or not. She's going out and taking care of the egg. She's the mother hen. All right, guys, that's all I got today. I hope this helps. If you do have any questions, let me know. If it's personal, please just DM me. Okay, just DM me. What a guy thinks is complicated, it's not complicated. But there shouldn't be no reason why a good woman cannot be with a good man. But it takes a good woman with this type of woman to be considered a good woman for a good man. All right, guys. I'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.